Now I'm going to start. Okay. एक मिनट. Key distribution. Key distribution center is responsible for distributing the key. That means if suppose two user want to communicate with each other, user A want to communicate with user B, or two process can communicate, या application host can communicate with each other. Suppose user A want to communicate with user B. So what will happen? At least there is a common center where the key distribution center is there, that is providing its key. So what will happen? The key distribution center will provide the key. The communication between end center encrypted using temporary key. That means the communication between the both the users should be encrypted with a temporary key that will be used for some time. That is known as session key. And duration of logical connection such as frame relay connection, transport connection, we are using it. After using, we are going to discard that session key. That means at least the communication between two entities, yeah, two end system should be done by using temporary key, that is known as session key, and that we are receiving it from the key distribution center. So each session key is obtained from key distribution center over same networking facility. So it is actually key distribution center is sharing the master key with all the users. So it is sharing the master key that is shared by key distribution center and users. Master key is shared between key distribution center and end user. If an entity wish to communicate the session, how many session keys are needed? If suppose n user want to communicate with each other, the session key needed n into n minus 1 by 2. And master key how many needed? N master key needed. That means master key is shared with the key distribution center. So every user should share its master key with key distribution center. So if there are n number of users, n number of master keys are required. But session key can be from, that means every user is connecting with every other user. There will be different key for each connection. So that means how many keys are needed for session key? N into n minus 1 by 2. But master key is required n. So master key is very low and in compared to session key. So master key can be shared between the user and the key distribution center physically deliver of the key. So this is the chart how they are doing the communication. Suppose initiator A, suppose user A wanted to communicate with user B. Suppose user A wanted to communicate with user B. So how he will communicate? He will communicate by sending the, suppose it is key distribution center KDC. It is user A, it is user B, and user A want to communicate with user B. What he will do? User A will initiate transfer by sending its ID to key distribution center. That means they have already shared the key. It is having key distribution center is already having the key master key of all the users. They have shared it with key distribution center physically. Now what is happening? A want to communicate with user B. User A will send identification of A and identification of B with whom he want to communicate. So it will send the identification of itself and the user to which it want to communicate. And in this way, and it will also send a nonce and one nonce. Now, what is nonce? Nonce is a timestamp at what particular timestamp. That means it can be timestamp. How timestamp can be made? Like date of communication, month of communication, year of communication with time duration. Yeah, it can be a timestamp. That means a separate entity for each communication, unique identity, like time with date can be a timestamp. So nonce is a timestamp or a random number, any number which is chosen, any random number which is being chosen. So it will with this message it will also send its nonce, and key distribution center will receive that all these message, and it will see this key distribution center is having master key of A as well as B. Now what it will do? Key distribution center will encrypt all the message by using master key of A. Key distribution center will encrypt all the message with key of master key of A. And what will happen here? It will send session key. It will send encrypted form of session key to user A, and identification of A and identification of B and nonce one. That means it will encrypt all this message along with session key and send it to the user A. And what more it will encrypt? It will also encrypt. It will also send user A. See, to user A, what key distribution center is sending? ID of A, ID of B, and 1 in a encrypted form along with session key. It is sending to user A. That means same message is encrypted plus session key is given, is encrypted with the master key of user A. And along with this encryption, it will also send the encryption form of that means it will encrypt these data with the master key of B. It will encrypt this data also with the master of key, that master key of B. That will send session key plus ID of A with the encrypted message of master key of B. So it will send all this data to A. Now what will happen? A will send this encrypted data which key distribution center has sent to A, and it will send it to B. This encrypted data with the master key of B. Actually, A cannot read this. Actually, A cannot read this message because this message is encrypted with the master key of B. The user A may not know the master key of B. So it cannot read this message. It will transfer same message to the user B. So user B can understand that. So user B can understand that it is this message came from authenticated user. So user B can understand that this message is coming from authenticated user, which was provided with the key distribution center. That means identification of A is not wrong. It is provided with the key distribution center identification of A. So this message is directly coming from only user A, and key distribution center has provided. So in response, B user will send its encryption form in encryption form, session key and N2. What it will send? It will encrypt the N2 message. That means nonce 2. It will make some transformation in the nonce 1. It will make the transformation in the nonce. It will send its own nonce, whatever it is. It will make some transformation or something else. It will send some other time stamp, whatever it want to send. It will send its own nonce. So with encrypted with the session key to the user A. And after receiving this message, it will know that this message is coming from only user B, because it is encrypted with the session key which was provided by the that session key was provided with the key distribution center. And in response, it will send the message to the responder, matlab to user B, that it will encrypt the message and with function N2. Some transportation it will do. User A will do some transportation in this message, transposition in this message N2, and it will send back to the user B. In this way, keys are distributed along by using key distribution center. So in this way, the key are distributed along with key distribution center. And at this point, session key has been securely delivered to A and B. In this point, what happened? The session key has been delivered to user A and B. Session key is changing time to time. So the attacker cannot guess the structure of the message. By that, it can analyze the key. It is not like that. Because session key is used for some time only, so it is protected message. So two additional step it will do after exchanging the session key securely. It has done two messages that I already shown you. Message number 4 and 5. After exchanging the session key, it has written two more messages, 4 and 5. Using newly mounted session key for encryption, B is non send to A, matlab non send to A sent by user B to A. That is. In the similar way, some this function is doing some transformation on nonce N2. That means it is substituting some position change in N2 and supplying it to again to. This step assures B's original message received but not rolled through. That means it was not a repeated message sent by user. For local KDCS, hierarchical key control. How the hierarchical key control is done for a small domain. That means suppose LAN is there for one building, two, three buildings like this, yeah, for particular college. So if the domain is for a small domain network, that is LAN network. For LAN network, if two entities in different domains, suppose there are two different LAN networks. That means I am talking about the LAN network. That is very small. Suppose one building, one community, like this. And suppose I am saying that if two persons from different domain, that means from different network, want to communicate with each other, so they want to share a key. So there is one local KDC. That means there is local KDCs as well as global KDC. Local KDCs means that is KDC used for particular LAN, and global KDCs means uh, they are global KDCs used for many LANs. Yeah, man, we can say. Suppose they want to communicate with each other, so what role they will play? So what will happen if they do not belong to particular network? So the local KDCs will communicate through global KDCs. So they are involving each other. So any of these KDCs, see, there is one local KDC for user A and user B do not belong to that KDCs because it does not belong to that network. Now, what will happen if they do not belong to the same network and they want to communicate? Then there comes the role of global KDC. So these local KDCs will communicate with the global KDCs, and any of the three KDCs involved can actually produce the session. Such scheme limit the damage of faulty KDCs. That means if such schemes are used, if only global KDCs are used and one global KDCs goes down, then what will happen? So in this way, we will use distributed KDCs so that faulty server may not damage the network communication. Session key lifetime. Now, what is the session key lifetime for connection oriented protocol. For length of time the connection is open, we are using the same session. We are using the same session key for connection oriented program till that connection is open. If that logical connection is for very long time, then we should change the session key periodically. That means time to time. If the connection in connection oriented protocol, if the connection is for the long time, the session key should be changed after some time, some periodic time, whatever time we are setting. For connection less protocol, no explicit connection initiation or termination is there. That means, like in connection oriented protocol, what we have done, we have set some time. If it is short period, then we set the time till the connection is open. That session key will work. After connection is being closed, that session key expires. And if the connection time is very long, so what will happen? We will change the session key periodically, time to time. But in connection less protocol, there is no explicit connection initiation or termination. That means, for connection less protocol, there we cannot control over when the session key should be changed. Transport key localist. Type of session key. These are type of session key. Data encryption key. For general communication over network, we are using data encryption. Pin encrypting key we are using for suppose electronic transfer, electronic fund transfer, or any point of scale application. We are using pin encrypting key. For personal identification number, pin means personal identification number is used in electronic fund transfer. Suppose we are transferring the fund from our online account. So for that, pin is being used. File encryption key is being used in the case when the file is shared between the users. There is a common file, and that is formed in the form of encrypted message, and that is being shared with the different number of different. So in this way, you can understand that. And now I am saying that there are some checksum also for the key check. Suppose in data encryption standard, there are 64-bit DES key, but I already explained you how many bit key. Actually, it is 56-bit keys are used of 64-bit DES. How many bit keys we was using? I have already explained you this one. 56 bits were used and 8 bits were remain unused. And there are 8 non-key bits. So this bit can be used for parity checking. Parity checking, these bits can be used. Parity, you already know, I think, so what is parity? Parity is actually, suppose, one example I am giving, suppose odd numbers are there, so party check will show the number of odd numbers. So from that it can check the message is correct or it has been interpreted by some other user. So like that, party check bits are. One bit into so all these 8 bits where it has been used for party check. One bit indicates whether key is session key or master. One bit can be used for encryption. One bit in that means type of encryption it is. So private key encryption, public key encryption, bit type of. One bit include whether the key can be used for decryption or not. Remaining bit reserved for future use. So in such a way, I think so. It is. So party check is being used. Now next technique is used control vector. Control vector is next technique other than party check, because party check has the limitation because it has only 8 bits are remaining free and rest of the bits are used for 4 bits are used for future use, and it is not very clear. So it is short. So we use vector. So in vector what happened? We supply the control vector through the hash function and master key is there, and hash function and master key are XORed, and along with that plain text input is given to encryption function, and that will provide encryptor session key. Encryptor session key, how the session key is being produced. So I'm saying that session key can be produced by using a hashing function. I will explain you hashing function in further classes. So I'm saying that there is some control vector is applied to the hashing function, and that output of this hashing function is XORed with master key, and that output is inputted in the encryption function along with plain text. By using this, whatever output we get, that is session, that is encrypted session. In the similar fashion, decryption function, what will happen, how to decrypt that session key? Control vector hash function is being used, that is XORed with the master key, and text message is given, and that is after decrypting it becomes session key. That means that session key will be decrypted session key will get the in original. So this is given same thing. The hash value is containing the vector key input. What is the key input? Both are XOR. Master key and the hash function are and we that produce a keeper text. And keeper text is okay. Similar way, I think so. I have to complete this lecture for today. And next lecture I will take on some. I'm going to stop the recording.